Hello student, welcome in our 8th lecture.
In the previous lecture, we discussed the concept of hybridization. Okay. Now in the today's lecture, we discuss the forces which are present in the molecule. There are two types of forces are present in the molecule. The first one is intramolecular force and the second one is intermolecular force. So what is the difference between this intermolecular and intramolecular forces? So intra means the force which is present in the same molecule. The force which is present in the same molecule, that force, it is nothing but the intramolecular force, while this intermolecular force, it is nothing but it is present in between two different molecule. The force which is present in two different molecule, that is termed as a intermolecular force, while intramolecular means within the same molecule the force is present. Okay, this is the difference between intra and intermolecular force. Then we see one by one, we will see these forces one by one. So first, that is the intramolecular force. It is present in the same molecule. So for that, we consider the two atoms, they are sufficiently close. Suppose we consider two atoms, they are sufficiently close. The atom which having nucleus at the center, and this nucleus is having a positive charge, and the negative charge or the electrons which are revolving around the positive nucleus. Okay, so when the two atoms are come sufficiently close, new force of attraction and repulsion are present in between that. Okay, so this positive ion, they repel each other, because we know that the like charges repel each other while unlike charges attract each other. So these dot lines indicate the repulsive force. It is termed as a R. R, it is nothing but the repulsive force. These two positive ions shows this repulsive force, two negative ions shows the repulsive force. While the negative charge of one atom, it is attracted by the positive charge of the another atom. Again same here, the positive charge of the one atom, it is attracted by the negative charge of another atom. That force, it is the attractive force. Right? It is clear? That force, it is termed as a attractive force. So when the magnitude of this attractive force, it is greater than the repulsive force, at that time the bonding takes place. What happened? The bonding takes place and there is a formation of a molecule. Okay, if the repulsive force is greater than the attractive force, then there is a no bonding. Then there is a no bonding. When the repulsive force is more than the attractive force, then there is a no bonding. While attractive force is more than repulsive force, then the bonding is present and the molecules are form a stable covalent bond. Okay, for that we consider one example, that is formation of H2 molecule. H2 molecule, it is a homoatomic molecule, right? H2, two same atoms are present in this molecule. So we consider this is hydrogen atom. The electrons are present in opposite spin, anti-parallel to each other, and they form a bond. A strong covalent bond is present. One spin is like this, another is like this, and there is a formation of a H2 molecule. The electron density, it is accumulates between the two nuclei, and the neutralization of the spin release some energy, and that gives the stability of this hydrogen molecule. Okay, it is clear? So this is about the intramolecular forces. Okay, then we see this next, that is intermolecular force. For that we consider first the bond polarity. What is the meaning of this bond polarity? So we know that there are two types of bonds are present. The one is polar bond and the second one is non-polar bond. This polar bond, it is present in two different atoms are bonded together and they form a polar bond. While non-polar means two same atom, they bonded with each other, they form a bond, that is a non-polar bond. In this case, in H2 molecule, the electron pairs are equally shared, right? These electron pairs are equally shared. That's why there is no any charge on the atom. Hence, they are non-polar. While in the polar compound, what happen? They also share the electron pair, but this sharing of electron is not equal, because chlorine, it is more electronegative atom, and that's why it attract all electron towards its side, and due to that it acquires a delta negative charge, and this acquires the delta positive charge. That means there is a formation of a charges. Poles are separated, hence these compounds are the example of the polar molecule. Okay, it is clear. Here there is no any charge separation, hence they are non-polar. While here, due to the electronegativity difference, they form a poles on their head, and due to that they are termed as a polar molecule. Okay, it is clear. Then we consider the concept dipole moment. Polarity of the molecule, it always constitute with the dipole, and two equal and opposite charges are separated in a space, that is nothing but the dipole. So the next concept is a dipole moment. So it is denoted by letter mu. So this dipole moment, it is nothing but mu is equal to charge into the distance between the center of the charges. Charge into distance between the center of the charges, and the unit of this dipole moment, it is dBA. It is denoted by letter D. The unit is dBA, or it is denoted by letter D. Okay. So this dipole, it is shown by these types of arrow. It indicates when the arrow points start from positive to end with the negative. Okay. The dipole, it is shown by such a types of arrow. The start from positive end to end with the negative side. Okay. We consider the non-polar molecule methane. Methane is the non-polar molecule, right? So in the methane, first we see the molecule like H2, O2, N2, Br2 and Cl2, they have a zero dipole moment. They have. Again we consider one more example, methane. In the methane molecule, the arrow start from positive end to negative. Here also positive to negative side, positive to negative side. So what here, the dipole get cancel each other. These arrow are exactly opposite. So mu is equal to 0. Again we consider the example carbon tetrachloride. This shows which types of hybridization? sp3 hybridization. And the geometry of these compounds are tetrahedral. These parts we have seen in the previous lecture. Okay. So again, positive end is here, negative is on upper side. So again here positive end like this. Again what happened? This dipole get cancel each other. Again it shows 0 mu. And the last example, that is chloroform. CH3Cl, that is chloroform. In that it shows a dipole like this. So here the net dipole is 1.86 dB. Here some dipole is present because the dipole is not cancel each other, hence there is a presence of a dipole. Here dipole get cancel, hence mu is equal to 0. Here also dipole get cancel and mu is equal to 0. And these molecules like H2O2, N2, Br2, Cl2, they also shows the zero dipole moment. Okay, it is clear. Then we start with the intermolecular force. For the intermolecular force, we require this concept. That's why I am going to explain the dipole as well as polarity of the molecule. Okay. Then the second force, that is intermolecular force. This intermolecular force, it is nothing but the attractive force that holds one molecule with the another molecule, that is known as a intermolecular force. It is the attractive force that holds one molecule with another molecule is known as intermolecular forces. That is known as a intermolecular force. This intermolecular force, it is explained by two ways, that is dipole interaction force, dipole interaction forces, and the second one is van der Waals forces. So dipole interaction forces and the second one is van der Waals forces. So what is this dipole interaction forces? In case of the polar covalent bonded molecule, suppose we consider the example HCl. In this polar covalent bonded molecule, one is the positive end and the another one is the negative end. Because chlorine, it is more electronegative, so it attracts all electron towards its side, and due to that it acquires the negative charge. Okay, so here there is a large difference between the electronegativities, and due to that the negative end of the one molecule, it is attracted by the positive end of the another molecule. This is again positive and negative. Again this negative end of one molecule, it is attracted by the positive end of the another molecule, and then there is a formation of a compound, and this shows the dipole interaction force. What this shows? Dipole interaction force means negative end attracted by the positive end of the another molecule. Okay, this shows the dipole interactive force. Then we see the next concept, that is hydrogen bonding. Which concept we see here? Hydrogen bonding. This hydrogen bonding, it is mostly present in those compounds which containing oxygen, fluorine and nitrogen. Hydrogen, they form a bond with oxygen, fluorine and nitrogen. Such bondings are called as a hydrogen bonding. Suppose we consider the example water molecule. In this water molecule, oxygen is present. This oxygen is having delta negative charge. It having two hydrogens. They having positive charge. So the positive end of one molecule, it is attracted by the negative end of the another molecule. Negative, again positive, again it form. This is called hydrogen bonding. Okay, it is clear. Instead of this oxygen, fluorine, nitrogens are also shows the hydrogen bonding. Then the last is van der Waal force. This van der Waal force, it is a present in non-polar molecule. Van der Waal forces, it is present in non-polar molecule. Non-polar molecules means they doesn't having a pole. The example is methane, ethane and benzene C6H6 and etc. Such a compounds are shown the van der Waal forces. There is no permanent dipole, hence dipole-dipole type of, there is no dipole, hence there is a dipole-dipole type of force are absent, and the one more attractive force is present between any two such a non-polar molecule. It is known as a van der Waal forces. Means methane molecule of one part, it form a bond with the another methane molecule. That bond, it is termed as a van der Waal force. The force between these two molecules are termed as a van der Waal force. Okay, it is clear. Then in the next lecture we discuss what is electrophile, nucleophile, carbanion, carbocation, free radical. All these concept, aromaticity, we will see in the next lecture. Okay, thank you.